Hi everybody, it's Joey, and I'm here to do basically a video about Jeffree Star and my feelings about him, because to be completely honest with you, my feelings changed a lot. A lot about him. So with that being said, when I first heard about Jeffree Star, like back in the day, because I feel like Jeffree Star has been popular ever since his music. Like, he was popular for a long time. Like, I've always heard things about Jeffree Star all the time. Always. Always. Doesn't matter if he was on a reality television show, if he was doing music on MySpace, or people were telling me about him. Like, I've always heard about him. And to be completely honest with you, I was not a big fan at all. First of all, I didn't like the way he looked. I thought he looked really, not even scary, but just like, not approachable. Like, he just seemed like cocky and arrogant and just, I don't know, just not, he wasn't humble. He just seemed like the type of person I didn't want to be around at all. Like, he just did not look like that person. You know what I mean? Like, and as I said, before I even go any further in the video, everyone changes. I also had my stage where I was angry at the world and I was totally different than I am now. So everyone goes through that. People change. But at the time, this is the way he was, or the way I perceived him to be. And then, yeah, I mean, now that I'm seeing videos of him in the past, when he was like that at that time, yeah, he was very violent, very aggressive. The one video I don't like that I saw was the one that he pulled a girl off a stage, and he pulled her hair, and he kicked her in the face or something. Now, that really, really upset me, because I feel like, even though she did touch him in his privates, or whatever it is, he's a very sexual person, and I feel like maybe she did mean to do that, and she shouldn't have done that, because that is an invasion of privacy. That's just too much. It's not like someone slapping someone's hand like they do, you know, like you do when you go to a concert. Like, yeah, that was totally inappropriate. I think in her mind, though, I feel like she may have thought, like, oh, well, he's such a sexual person, and if I touched his crotch, he would like it. He wouldn't mind. But no, he did not like it at all. And, you know, it was wrong that she did that, but he's performing on stage. He's supposed to have some type of professionalism about him, you know what I mean? And he pulls her, well, I don't know if he drags her across the stage, I forgot what the video was, but he really was very violent with her. It was a bit too much. If she really didn't, like, squeeze it to be, like, to hurt him, and if she just, like, cupped it or whatever, it's not a big deal. If it really, like, squeezed it to hurt him, then I feel like, yeah, I probably would have, yeah, I get where he was coming from. But I feel like it looked like she just, like, you know, just to, like how you would touch someone's hand in a concert, like, you know, that's what it looked like to me. But, yeah, that was one video that I really didn't like. The other videos, like, when he's, like, calling people the N-word and everything else, I feel like that's not a big deal, only because I feel like he's not calling him the N-word because he's racist, or he feels like, you know, he's just going down the street saying the N-word. People probably provoked him, probably they were calling him horrible names, and that's the way he defended himself. I don't, you know what I mean? It was wrong, but I feel like, to me, that's not as much of as a big deal, because I feel like if people are going to call you horrible names, sometimes you have to fight fire with fire, and sometimes you have to defend yourself with words, you know what I mean? Like, you have to. If people are going to say those horrible things to you, then you're going to have to expect horrible words back to you. That's the way I look at it. But, yeah, so, yeah, I wasn't into him at all. I didn't like his music. I didn't like the way he looked. He did not know how to do his makeup back then, which I can relate to, because, you know, in my process, like, you know, in the beginning, I did not know how to do my makeup. You know what I mean? Like, and I think a lot of people learn and grow from their makeup. I feel like with his makeup, he just took it too much, and I feel like, okay, that's the way he was, God bless him. But I just wasn't vibing with it at all. Like, I really was not. But, and I didn't, like, every time someone's like, Jeffree Star, I was like, oh, like, no Jeffree Star, no Jeffree Star. Okay. Fast forward, like, a couple of years later, whatever it was, he just came out with his makeup line. I had no idea who he was. I mean, I knew who he was, but I had no idea, like, I didn't care about him. I didn't care to hear about him anymore. And I just was like, didn't know he had a makeup line. So I was sitting in class, and this girl comes in, and she normally never does her makeup. So it's surprising that she had makeup on, and she comes in, she's like, with this beautiful lipstick color, and I'm like, what is that color? It's so nice. She goes, it's Jeffree Star. unicorn blood. I was like, oh, I was like, that's really, really nice. So she showed me the component. I was like, really cute. Even though pink is not my favorite color, I thought it was really cute. And I was like, oh, I really like that color. But I didn't really look into it until maybe fast forward a year later. I don't know what happened or what made me start. I think it was Rocky Roadkill's video that I think I saw it like on YouTube. Like it was like in my recommended for me story for some weird reason, and it was there. And I was like, oh, so I looked it up. And again, like Jeffree Star, he goes off very impulsive on his messages or whatever. But again, the highlighter, even though he was definitely right for feeling the way he did because he got a broken highlighter, I feel like at the end of the day, you have to blame Jeffree Star Cosmetics, but in Jeffree's mind, that was not his fault. It really wasn't. That was not his fault. It was whoever was driving the truck. You know what I mean? And there's no way of looking at the highlighter after that and seeing if it was broken, because it's already packaged. So it's like, he had no idea about this. So it's like it was kind of weird for him to find out that his highlighters broke when he had no idea that this was going on. So, but he did apologize and whatever. So anyways, after that video, I was like, let me look into this. I've never really listened to this character. So I started looking at his YouTube videos. He's been on YouTube for months now, for a long time. I mean, his Beauty Killer powder already came out. His Skin Frost already came out. A lot of his lipstick colors already came out. So I was way behind the game when it came to like Jeffree Star Cosmetics and looking at the stuff and just seeing what I like. Like I was way behind on the game. So I just was like, oh, let me look. So I don't know. I just started I was like, wow, he looks really pretty. Like he started really learning how to do his makeup. He does his makeup bomb now, like totally opposite from what he used to do it, and I totally love it. And I think his makeup products, I thought they all looked really nice. So I was like, I'll continue watching and see if I really continue to really like him. But I just started getting like a really good, like I started really liking him, and I started getting like more of like a likable vibe about him in his videos. So I was like, I really like this. So I felt like, even though he's very popular with his music career, I feel like music was just not for him. I feel like this is for him. The cosmetics line, the makeup, this is his passion, this is his dream, and this is what... I really feel like this is what was his real, like, road in life, was to do like a Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This was his road. He started off with music, but I think his main road was supposed to be cosmetics, and this is what he's doing. So, where is it? Okay, so here it is. So then, I don't like liquid lipstick, so I think it was right after he came out with the lip ammunitions, the end of 2016. I got Unicorn Blood in lip ammo. And this was my first product I ever got of him, was this... No, it was Celebrity Skin lip ammo, which it was this one. Where is it? Celebrity Skin, here it goes. It was this one. And then I got Unicorn Blood, like a month later. So these were my two first products I ever got from him. And then I think I got a lip scrub and strawberry gum, which I just used up. So funny enough, I just used it up the other day. And it's my winter empties. But yeah. And then when I got the lip scrub and these two lipsticks, I was like, I really, really liked it. The only thing I didn't like was the packaging. Like, it was like, the stars came off, whatever, weak packaging, whatever it was. But I love the color, I love the formula, I love the lip scrub. So... to be completely honest with you, there was no really negative vibes except for the weak packaging on the lip ammunitions. But I really was impressed. I was like, this is really... And then, I don't know, I just started getting more and more obsessed over him. Like, I was never this obsessed over any celebrity in my life. Like, I think the last time I was probably Raven Simone, and that's the Raven, to be completely honest with you. And then before that was probably Britney Spears. But other than that, I was never obsessed with any other celebrity other than that. Those Britney Spears and Raven Simone. So, and this came out of nowhere because I really did not like him at all, and then I really grew to like him just by watching his YouTube videos, by seeing people wearing his lipsticks, and just like really getting into his cosmetic line. And then I grew to really like his cosmetic line, and then I grew to really like him. So it was like, I'm more obsessed with his makeup line because I think his makeup's bomb, but like, I think he's also much humble now, a much better person, and he's just great. Like, I just think he's the shit now. Like, I find him so funny. I find him so likable. And like I think the problem was like, and I think his problem now is that people look at him and be like, oh, his past, he was really like violent, blah blah blah. But listen, I think if people recorded you doing things in your past, you probably wouldn't look so nice either. You know what I mean? It's just so happened that he was a celebrity, he was in the limelight, and now it's staying there forever now, unfortunately. But the same thing with Britney Spears. She had moments too where she cut her hair off, she dropped, I don't know, she was doing crazy stuff, and then she came back around, and now she's But unfortunately for Britney, or anyone else in the limelight, like they have those videos to always remember them by. You know what I mean? Like you have those in history now. Like everyone's gonna remember you, as everyone's gonna know that you did those things. So you gotta give Jeffree some slack. As long as he's not doing it anymore, and I really feel like the worst thing he's doing now is like commenting and going off on Twitter. But his comments are just not even like, to me it looks like more like he's defending himself, and I just feel like he should just let it go, but he doesn't, and that's his choice, and is what it is. But yeah, I mean, a whole 360, 180, whatever turnaround. It was crazy. It was really crazy. I feel like when people become his friend, I think Jeffree, when he's friends with someone, I don't know Jeffree, obviously I don't know like that. I'm just saying what it looks like, because I feel like he becomes friends with a lot of people, and they get into fights, whatever, and they stop talking to him. The only person that I feel like he's been with for like a long time that his friend is his boyfriend, Nathan, which is stuck by him through everything. But I feel like with his friends, I feel like he might feel like some of his friends are not there for him, maybe using him or something for other things. And sometimes I feel like it's true, and other times I feel like maybe he needs a friend that these people are not willing to give to him. Like I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Laura Lee, Manny MUA, like they were having problems with him, and I feel like whatever that was what it was. Manny and Jeffree were best friends. I had situations when I was best friends with someone. I saw them every single day. We were like sisters. But then they just stopped talking to me for no reason out of the blue. And for me, it looked like that was a slap in the face. We were so close. So I feel like maybe in Jeffree's situations, these people probably distanced themselves from Jeffree or stopped talking to them. And stopped talking to him, and he kind of probably felt like, oh, well, were you just using me in the moment because it was convenient for you? That's how I felt with this one friend of mine. We were so close, and I felt like she just stopped talking to me once she left school. I felt like she didn't need me anymore. I felt like she started becoming close with me because we were in the same school together, and then once we graduated and we were in the same school anymore, that's when she just stopped talking to me. And I feel like that's what she did. And people do use you. Unfortunately, even your best friends can use you, and you don't know about it. They could be stabbing you in the back every inch of the way, and you don't know about it, because in your mind, you're very genuine, and you're like, oh, I love this person, they were best friends. And then in the back of their mind, they have a hidden agenda. You know what I mean? It's the truth. So, yeah, I mean, I love Jeffree. I do. I love him. I really am a huge fan. In fact, if I saw him out in public, I probably would, like, oh my god, like, I would want an autograph, a picture. I may start crying, I don't even know, because when I saw Raven Simone in, what was the Broadway show? Sister Act? When I saw her in Sister Act, I was bawling. And I wasn't crying because of the Broadway show, I was crying because she was in the Broadway show, and I love Raven Simone. I was hysterical. It was crazy. I was, like, hysterically crying, like, while we were leaving the theater. I was hysterical. It was, like, embarrassing, but I was, like, I knew why I was doing it. I just love Raven Simone. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. So, that's how I feel about Jeffree Star. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, everyone has their own personal opinions. If you don't like him, you don't like him. If you like him, you like him. Excuse me, you know what? There's some people who hate Donald Trump. Hate him. But then there are people who love him. Like my dad, he's obsessed with Donald Trump. But there are a lot of people that can't stand Donald Trump. But then again, it's like, okay, well, Donald Trump's the president for a reason. There must be a lot of people who do like him because they voted for him. But, yeah, I mean, but there's so many people that can't stand Donald Trump. You know what I mean? And it's just personal preference. It's like you don't like someone, whatever it is, what it is. People can't stand Britney Spears, but other people love Britney Spears. It's like it's whoever is your personal, how you feel personally about them. It's just like in real life. Like you can meet someone and that person may not like them, but you might vibe with them and like them. So I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my Jeffree Star video. I don't know what I'm gonna name this. I don't know what I'm gonna name this. Story time Jeffree Star. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to like name it any type of way because I'm not trying to get like. I don't think I would get famous over this honestly, but I don't want it to seem like I'm writing Jeffree Star's name on the thing or talking about Jeffree Star to have like be like get views. Like that's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because from the bottom of my heart I really do like Jeffree Star. And I really wanted to get it off my chest and just say my true feelings about him and everything else because I felt like everyone knows how much I love him now, but a lot of people don't know how I felt about him before I got into his cosmetics line. So I'm happy I got to share that with you guys. I love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and catch you later. Bye.